Welcome back to another video. This time it's Act 7.3.2. So this one has a node called Buff Synthesis, and also it has Power Struggle on there. There's Deja Vu and then something else as well. So Deja Vu is where you can't use the same basic attack twice in a row or else they go unblockable. Power Struggle is if they throw a bar of power or any bar of power that you then lose power. And you only gain power once they hit that bar, so once in this fight Shang-Chi gets to a special 1, I'll also be granted a special 1. And then the Buff Synthesis is just so when you get a Fury on you from blocking a hit, because that's sort of another node combination here, once you then Dexterity and get the Precision buff, you then merge that to become a indefinite prowess that you can see underneath Apocalypse now. So I just use Apocalypse just for this first fight, get him all charged up in case I need him again later. As you can tell so far from the first couple of quests, Apocalypse has sort of been one of my main go-to people. He's just a tank, does so much damage, especially if you're gaining some form of prowesses on special attacks. He has a lot of damage over time if you can refresh them. Obviously I couldn't there, I messed that up. But there, so he's throwing a special attack. I just need to be careful now because I've made them unblockable. So I'm just going to try and wait out the unblockable, but I need to try and refresh these debuffs if I can too. So I need to hit a parry at some point, get the medium and the heavy. I'm guessing the last time I threw an attack must have been a medium because Shang-Chi went unblockable there, so that was unfortunate. And yeah, we're just kind of letting the fight wither its way down here. If I can, in Shang-Chi you can get to a special 2 without me taking a ridiculous amount of hits into the block. I'll try and throw off a special 2. But as you can see there, he's quite keen to throw a special 1, so I'm not going to say I mind it because it's pretty easy. Well, both of his specials are pretty easy to dodge as a defender. So here I'm just trying to wait out the timer a little bit. I probably could, in hindsight, really just keep throwing these special 1s, but I really wanted this special 2 here. So I'm just trying to give myself an opening. As you can see there, fire that off with 7 prowesses, and Shang-Chi's dead. So that's Apocalypse fully ramped up now in case I need him for any other fights. The next fight here is against Vulture. Vulture recently got a buff, probably only a couple of months ago now, at the time of recording this. Yeah, it's a very simple buff. I wouldn't say it makes them a difficult defender from 95 to 99% of nodes. The special 1's still pretty easy to dex, the special 2 is not bad. The main thing about his path is just watching out for the unblockable attacks. I go with Nick Fury here just because I'm like, if Vulture puts me into the second phase, then he's probably done me a favour. But I'll still just keep going through them as much as I can before I get to that second phase, just in case. Because Nick still does good damage even in phase 1 unboosted. The bleeds still hit quite hard. And as you can see there, it's just ticking down. I've just got to be careful. So there I block. Get the prowess. Vulture seems to be very keen. I don't know why. On this node he was very keen to throw heavy attacks. So it just kept giving me openings. So here I'm going to try and parry to get a Fury. I will when I don't actually Dexterity. I will eventually hit a parry after I get an opening just to get the Fury, but I can't now because it's the unblockable. So, hindsight, probably looking back, I should have just parried to get the Fury, just to do that little bit of extra damage. But there you go. The node combo of being able to give you some prowesses probably does help, especially if you're using, say, I don't know, a Mystic champion like Black Widow Clairvoyant, or maybe even Doctor Doom, where you can just keep nullifying the unblockables and any other buffs that the champion defenders get. Because you're just going to, if you have Mystic Dispersion on, you're just going to feed that. But I didn't bother. The path looked pretty simple anyway. Probably could have done this one for completion looking at it. It just takes a little bit of time because you're constantly dodging unblockable attacks unless you want to watch your combos. So you could do medium, light, medium, and then light, medium, light, and medium, light, mediums again. Throw a couple of heavy attacks in. but I don't know, I wasn't paying that much attention to it. Just, like I said, just have to be careful, really, with the unblockable. And as you can see, Vulture's going down. The special one's so simple. And then you can just, yeah, instantly retaliate and try and go again. If I'd have got Nick into the second life for this fight and been unblockable, I imagine it would have been so much quicker. Just because I wouldn't have to be concerned about dodging the unblockable phases whenever Vulture just sits there at the back, just trying to taunt me in. I could have just actually gone in and done some much heavier damage with the Fury that Nick would have got. I'd say this Spider-Man's here probably would have been, or is for most people, going to be the worst fight on the path. Just because of the unblockable part and him throwing special ones as constantly as he does. Plus, obviously, it's a Spider-Man, so they evade. He evades, I think it's 20 to 21% at max sig, which we all know how Kabam's percentages work. If it's against us, it's a lot higher. So there he evaded the first time, and I got quite lucky that I was able to react in time. He's gone unblockable, but now, luckily, I've got the 3 neurotoxins on. So the unblockable had gone by the time he threw the special one, or else I would have been in big trouble there. And with 8 neurotoxins, this fight's just going to start going down quick. He won't be able to get Deja Vu anymore because his ability accuracy will be fully shut down. So it's just now about trying to put some good damage in where I can, maybe even pushing special 2 like this, just because that special 2 is very simple to dodge compared to a special 1. I throw my special just before I lose it, just to get a little bit of extra damage in from them bleeds and poisons, as you can see now. And one more parrying heavy should pretty much do the job. Yeah, there you go. So for most people, especially, I'd seen a couple of people using Ghost and stuff. That would have been probably a really tough fight, especially if you got pinned in the corner. But yeah, for Archangel, that's easy. This fight I probably messed up on. Probably should have used somebody else, but I just thought, oh, Dr. Doom will do it nice. Just parrying heavy and get through the fight that way and build up a few prowess and special ones, but it takes a lot longer than what I thought it was going to. As you can see a little bit into the fight now, I was about to throw that special 2, and sadly Silver Centaurian beat me to it. But I'm starting to build up a few of the prowesses and the furies, and just thinking, right, I'll just go for throwing special ones where I can, probably as soon as I get them from now on, just to try and increase the damage. The special one's pretty easy to dex, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Here I just take a hit, but it's Dr. Doom, so he's a champion, it doesn't even bother him. At this point, as you can see, Silver Centaurian's got a lot more health than me, so I need to start obviously making that a little bit better. I forgot that when he has an armor up buff, he is shock immune. I did actually forget that, so it's something to remember for next time. But you see, now I've got a few prowesses, the special ones even hitting some nice numbers. I think by the end of the fight, I think I get up to like 12, I think it is. I'm actually just going to speed up the rest of this fight just because it takes a while using Dr. Doom. It's safe, but it just takes a while. So it's a lot of getting prowesses, building them up, throwing special ones, and rinse and repeat. So I'm on, as you can see there, 7, 8 now. Trying to wait out the unblockable phase. 9-9. Apologies, you can probably hear my cat deciding to attack something in the background. Dodged a special one there because Silver Centurion was unblockable. Take a combo just because, yeah, I don't always play well. Dodge that one, and 13 prowesses now. So even the special ones now are starting to really hit good numbers. So I'll just let this fight finish out. Hitmonkey here, he's a relatively tough defender, especially if you give him the chance to go into his like assassin stuff and monkey madness or whatever it's called. I can't remember the exact wording of it. And he's unblockable too, and all that. It could get out of hand a little bit quick. The special one's pretty easy to dodge, so just try and force him to only throw the special ones. I'm going to throw my special one here just to start the ball rolling with damage. And as you can see, it took out a good amount, but now he's got all his primal and assassin's cunning and whatever else. He evades me there, says thanks for coming, and smacks me about a bit. But yeah, as I've said before, Apocalypse is a bit of a unit. He's a few hits like that, unless it's probably Alliance War where the attack values are much higher. You shouldn't really die from that smaller hit combination using Apocalypse. So it's kind of a bit of a get out in case you're playing bad and you need someone to just rely on to take a few hits. But yeah, so this Hitmonkey is just pretty much just a rinse and repeat. Try and make them throw special ones. You throw special ones if you want. And just kind of nuking down. It can take a couple of minutes, but it's pretty safe. Again, just watch out for the evades and stuff when you're attacking them. They evaded there. Luckily, they didn't punish me. And yeah, last 18%, so I'm in Assassin's range now. They throw the special one, but I'm about to get another one because they've just reached the bar of power. And there you go, Hitmonkey down. So, last fight on the path for this video here, which is a champion. If you've done 6.2.6 or any other fights with the champion since then, you know how simple it is with Dr. Doom. It's just rinse and repeat on your heavy attacks, keep him staggered so the unstoppable doesn't come. And yeah, that's pretty much how you win the game when you're fighting against a champion. As long as you've got a stagger up, then you're pretty safe. Try and get him to throw specials. Neither specials awful to dex unless you're in the corner and you're forced to dex it like really close so you can get rid of some of his charges, like when he's the final boss. There's 6.2.6 like I referred to before. But yeah, apart from that, it's a pretty simple fight. It's just a large health pool champion, so it can take a little while. And you'll see that here. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video if you did enjoy it, and drop me a subscribe. Thank you very much.